In this episode of Toysbackzen, I've got these two Snake Mountain playsets here. This one here has been in my collection for a while, and I do know that the microphone works. This one here I picked up from a toy lot years ago. It's been in storage, and the seller did tell me that the microphone didn't work. So we're going to try to fix that at least. But I only have enough parts to probably complete one of these. My original one was not complete at all. And the one that I purchased from the toy lot had all of, I think, the accessories. It's got the trap door here. And if we look in here, I think I recall, it has part of the cuffs here. It has the railings and the bridge. Now I notice here some of the railing is missing, but I think it's still here. So that's really cool. We have the door. We have the ladder. And in my version, I actually do have the net here. If I can pull that out. I did replace the original Castle Grayskull with the Origins Castle Grayskull because I do think that the Origins one is better. I'm also curious in how many people that are watching this agree with me that this Snake Mountain is actually better than the Origins Snake Mountain. I like how the snake works better. I like the fact that it has a microphone. So in this video I'm going to clean these up, repair any parts that are broken, and I should be able to get two working microphones, and hopefully I can get at least one complete Snake Mountain out of this lot, and make sure that the other one is at least working for the next person who wants to try to complete it. So let's get into it. So first I want to look at the hinges. A lot of times these hinges are broken from opening and closing them. And if we look at this one here, we can see that there is a broken hinge here, and I think this is the piece for that. So that can be repaired. If we look at the one that was in my collection, it has a broken piece here, and the rest of these look pretty good, even though they are all stressed out. They're actually pretty intact. So we could at least probably repair one of these. The next thing I want to look at is these clips on the other side. Once this is put together, you can clip it so that you can use it as a carrying case. The clips on this one seem to be really good. And this one here, they're intact. And the parts that clip onto the other side of the Snake Mountain look to be intact too. So that's great. So looking at the front of the mountain, there's actually two restraints on chains that are supposed to be here. I only have one. But you can see that the clips are still embedded into the face of it. So that is great. I should be able to not only repair this with that clip, but I'm also going to make another one. So we'll make one of these. Also reviewing the stickers here. The stickers on this one is really good. These ones, not so much. So looking inside, we can see that the one on the right, the stickers are really in great condition. This is the condition of all the stickers in this playset, where with the one on the left, all of the stickers look like this. They are faded, they're dried out, and they're ready to look like they're going to fall off. Looking at the other side, the sticker is almost non-existent. And on the electrical box here, you can see that it is in really bad condition. As opposed to the other one that had the good stickers, the other side is actually in pretty good condition, except we're missing the battery cover, where the one on the left with the bad stickers does have the battery cover. So I'm going to get a battery and we're going to check out the microphone and see if it works. So looking at the clips for the door here on the second level, the clips on here, they look perfect. There's nothing wrong with that. But when we come down to the bottom, there is stress mark on the one on the right. The door is stressed and the bottom of the floor is stressed, where on this other one, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. It looks in great condition. The release works. And if we look at this one here, the release also works. I'll probably use this one on the good one. The snakes are actually in pretty good condition, both of them. The paint is pretty good, and the floor stand that it clips into on both of them look to me like they are in about the same condition. So whichever snake I'll probably keep, I'll probably just leave it in the floor part without trying to take it out and break the clips. So here we have the Snake Mountain without the battery cover, but the good stickers. Let's test this. We're just going to use a 9-volt battery here and clip that in. Let's just check this out and see what we get. It is on.
Hello, hello, hello.
No, the speaker is not working in this one. We'll have to open that up maybe and take a look at it. But for now, I want to look at the other one. So this is the one I had in my collection already. I do have a battery in this. We'll have to check to make sure the battery is good, but I'm pretty sure this one worked. So let's turn it on and
Test it out. Hello,
hello.
hello.
It seems to be working a little bit, but I'm wondering if the battery is dead. Let's pull the battery out and we'll put a different one in.
Hello.
There we go. So this one does work with a fresh battery. This one's probably been in there for about 4 years, so I'm glad I took it out. I didn't even realize it was still in there. That's awesome. We'll be able to use this one for sure, unless I can fix the other one. And so I think I know what needs to be done to both of these. I'm going to pull all these apart. I'm going to give them a little bit of a clean, dusting, and we'll get started with this restoration project. So the first thing I want to do before I clean this is I want to protect the electronics as well as the stickers, so I just have to be careful with the stickers not to put them in water and get water on them. But this amplifier system here is the one that's not working, and I was thinking that I would take the back off. Now the back is plastic welded on, and I was able to take a knife and just get it in here and start cracking that plastic weld apart, and it is possible to probably take this whole back off to repair the electronics. But before I do that, I want to make sure that this is just not dirty. Now this is a potentiometer here. That's how volume works, is with a potentiometer or a pot. And if the contacts on the pot are dirty or corroded, then the voltage from the battery can't go through the contacts and make the sound come out the speaker. So I thought maybe I would try to clean it, and a good way to clean it is to just use contact cleaner and get it in here, and I've done that, but you can also move it back and forth over and over and over again, and it'll clean the contacts. And what you'll notice is you can now hear sound coming through the speaker. And then let's see if it works. See if we get some sound.
Skeletor. Skeletor.
And it does. That's fantastic. So it's nice because I didn't want to have to take this sticker off. I think that the sticker is amazing, and I didn't want to have to put it on the other one that has the bad sticker but had the working electronics. So I'm going to compare the two and see which one is working the best. I think with a little bit more contact cleaner in there and a little bit more switching back and forth with the volume, it will clean those contacts, and I think we'll have a working amplifier here, and then we can just use the battery cover from the other one, and now we have a complete system. So these little latches here, this one came out pretty easy. I just pulled down on it gently and twisted it and it came out. But this one here was a bitch to get out. What I ended up doing is taking a flat head screwdriver and I pushed it in there and gently pushed this piece in and then pulled down on it like that so that it was underneath the plastic here. And then I went on the other side, did the same thing, and then did the same thing, twisted it until it pulled out. That one was really difficult to pull out, but it is possible. Everything is clean. I'm just letting it dry. Let's focus on the bridge. Now, the bridge is actually not bad. If you look at the two pegs here, they are not broken. Now, if we look at the bottom of the railings where all the tabs are, unfortunately, the broken railing here that has no railing at all has all the tabs on the bottom that are not broken. So I might see if I can maybe save those. All of these railings are pretty much broken in one spot. There's a snap here, which I think it's because this bridge is round and the railing goes straight across. So that's going to have to be fixed. I think that just happened today because I put that in there. So I'm going to have to fix that crack. On the other side, you can see another piece. It's not completely broken off, but it is starting to break. And then looking at, even though this one is broken, we can look at the pattern that we have. You can see a single hole, a double hole, and two singles. That's one side, and on the other side it should be single, single, single. There should be 4 of these, and of course these two are broken. The tabs are broken, so I have to fix those. And then I have this one on the other side. It seems like it's not broken, and I was trying to figure out why it was different than all the rest of them. But if you look really closely right here, you can see that there is a piece missing right here, which gives you that double hole pattern. I think what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to make this kind of a custom, and I'm just going to sand that so it's 4 singles and 3 singles. I think that'll look cool. I'm not going to try to repair that. There's not really much sense of doing that. Plus, it'll give it a little bit of variety. So I have 2 broken railings here, which I can make into a 3-post single railing, and I just have to figure out which one do I want to cut. Do I want to cut that post off or this post off, and then we'll glue that together. So let's get started. And since plastic weld doesn't work on this plastic, I'm going to just be using glue. There, that looks better. On this one here, I tried gluing it, and when I tabbed it in, it just snapped on the top. So to fix that, I'm going to take a piece of styrene, and I actually sanded it and tapered it just on one end, and I'm going to fit it in there just like this and glue that in, and hopefully that will fix that little crack, and it'll allow this to bend in the way that it needs to without hopefully it breaking again. So we'll try that and see if that helps. I was looking for one of these that would fit in my electric drill, that would fit the really small drill bits for, doing jewelry or fixing toys. And I found this one on eBay actually. It fits in here, and this chuck here will fit 0.25 millimeters. So, or 0.3 millimeters, I think it has, but it will fit a 0.25 millimeter drill bit. So while all that glue is drying, I'm going to try to fix this one handcuff that I have here. Now, we do have the tabs that the handcuffs usually breaks off of. You can see that right there. Okay, here's all the railings fixed. This is the one that I put the two pieces together. The two railings, you can see that they're the same half of the railing. So that was done. That's going to need a little bit of a paint. And so is this side here. This is the one that had the crack. I put the styrene in there. So that is nice and strong. Both of these are nice and strong now. I don't suspect they will break again. These two here, this is the one that I customized that had the broken piece. And this is the one here that was also glued right there in that spot. So now we have a complete bridge with the railings. So next, let's fix the hinge here. This piece here does actually fit on there perfectly, and it's a really good match. I'm hoping that plastic weld is going to work on this. I'm not really sure if I have enough space in here to drill a hole in one of these. I might I might have enough on the top one actually, but I'm going to try to plastic weld that and see if it works. This is pretty much going to be in my display open. I'm going to display it using the front because I think the front is the better part of the display, and I want to show off the bridge. Let's just see if plastic weld will work on this plastic. It'd be great if it did. So plastic weld does work on the shell of this playset because it's a nice hard plastic, where it doesn't work so well on the plastic for the bridge because this is kind of a softer plastic. So that's perfect. I'm going to let that sit for a couple hours, and I want to get started on the last thing we need to do is making the second handcuffs. And here is the repaired handcuff. We can put that on to our mount. Now, I'm not really sure why they made these handcuffs like this. They're not very useful. I can see why they broke. The kids tried to put them on their hands and probably tried to bend them down. You're supposed to put the figure's arms up and then cuff them in. And as a child, I probably would have tried to do a lot of different things. I could see why these broke. I don't have a second one, but I do have another clip that does fit in. So I'm going to make another one of these. So there's lots of ways we can make these hand restraints. We could make them out of metal chain, but I found some Lego chain that's pretty much the same color as the original one. And so I think I'm going to use this. Even though it's floppy, there's a couple different things you could do. You could plastic weld all of this so that it's rigid like this one and it stays up, but I don't want to do that. I want this to droop down so that the figure can have his arm down instead of up the whole time. Now I do have the original tab that fits into the mountain here, so we'll glue that to that, and then we have to make the restraint. I'm going to make the restraint out of polystyrene, and I'm also going to be using this. This is a gigantic knitting needle here, and I'm going to cut this and make the circular part of the restraint. So here we go. So this was a fun project to do. I'm excited to get this thing back together. And I've got everything here. I've got some parts over on the right side, but that'll be put on when we turn it around and put it on the front. So let's get together what we can from the back here. We're going to put the trap door in here. Just fits in here, and then on the front it just clips in. I'm just going to push that back until it clips in. Make sure the trap door is up. Next, I need to put in the latch, which just goes in a little hole here on the bottom of the trap door. Now, I have noticed that this playset that I mostly kept complete is from Italy. It says made in Italy on most of these parts. Now, some of these parts didn't come with the playset. Probably they were just added to the playset. The ones in the United States, they just said made in the USA, which the other Snake Mountain said on most of its parts. Let's get the net in. That just fits right in here. That looks nice. Put the net to catch somebody. We're going to put the door on. There's nothing wrong with the door, so I didn't have to do anything with that or the latches. So let's just be careful, make sure that doesn't happen. There's the door there. Let's put the snake in. And when you're putting the snake in, you want to make sure that this lever is on the outside, not the inside. So thanks for watching this episode of Toysbackzen. Here is the playset. We've got a working microphone and amplifier system. We've got some really nice stickers. Everything is fixed, and we took all the best parts. We've got the bridge and all the railings working. We've got the restraints holding Beastman in, the one that I made and the one that I fixed, and that looks amazing. Don't forget to share this video, like, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.